Hey there, right now I'm going to show you a quick demo on how to make your predictions and how to test them. This is from page 3 of your lab, step number 9. Okay, so what I'm doing in this video is just giving you an example of how to make a prediction and how to test it. So at the end of the first page you should have plotted your dots and line. It should look something like this, although I didn't use the exact same numbers that you guys are going to get. You go ahead and draw your best fit line on there. The idea of a best fit line is it should go through as many points as possible while still being a straight line. And after that you try and get half of the remaining dots above the line and half of them below it. So that's a pretty good line right about there. And then we will put this one on here for our blue dots. I'd say that looks pretty good right there. Okay. Now we need to find the slope, and we've been doing this a lot. Hopefully you remember how to do this. Pick any 2 points where it looks like it's going right through there, where the line is going right through the grid marks. So I can really pick any one here. I'll go up here because this looks a little bit neater. And I'll kind of adjust my triangle a bit. Looks like we have rise. I'm going to do the calculations over here. The rise looks like it's about 6 to 9, so rise is 3 meters. The run is 30, 35, 40, 45, 15 seconds. Okay, so we've got the red rise at 3 meters, run in 15 seconds. For blue, we'll do that same thing. Bring my triangle over here, and let's make it much smaller. Actually, no, we can do a little bit bigger looking one. Okay. So over here, I see a rise of 2 meters, 2 meters, and a run, oops, rise 2 meters, run, and that was 20 to 40, so 20 seconds. Okay, so now how you're going to use that, you need to, it's probably good to just take down the rise and the run so you can kind of calibrate this later. What I have told you on the prediction page, let's go ahead and delete the blue dots here. What I've told you is that you need to pick one of those lines and redraw it just at the origin. So I'm just going to leave the red one on here. I can delete the dots off of here. That's going to not work very well if I do that as that. There we go. We're getting it. Okay, I'm going to give up on this. Yeah, okay. So imagine those 3 dots are gone. You redraw one starting at 0, 0. So just for sake of simplicity, I'm going to leave this line on here. And that means that you're starting the red car at the origin at 0 meters. But now you're starting the other car, the blue car, which is our slower one, at 10 meters. Now obviously you can't put it like that because that means the blue one's just going to, go off into the sunset somewhere. You need to make that slope negative, so negative slope for blue. That means that it's going to rise a negative 2 meters while it runs 20 seconds. So rising a negative 2 meters sounds kind of like a double negative or something like that. It just means it's going to drop 2 meters. So we need to drop 2 meters from 10 to 8 while we're running 20 seconds. So that's 20 seconds right there. I should probably put a point there. That'd be a good idea. I should have deleted all my points. Okay, I'm going to steal a red one. So down to over 20 seconds. That is right there. Let's turn that one blue. Okay, so now the target. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. Sorry guys. Put this back here somehow, that ran away. Okay, so now the idea is that you want to redraw your blue line with that negative slope. So there we go. So down 2 meters over 20 seconds. Down 2 meters over 20 seconds. And what that tells us is, I'm going to get another shape here. Ooh, this is a fun looking one. Is that collision should happen right there. Um, Probably shouldn't draw that same thing on there because it's going to be hard to actually see. The collision looks like it's going to be happening at, what is that, about, that's 7 meters, so it's not 6.5, it's more like maybe 6.75 meters, and at a time of about, that's about 34 seconds. 34 seconds. So what you should do now is take your red car, let it go at 0, 0. Take your blue car, let it go at 0, that'd be 0, 10. Start your timer, and what you should see is that those two cars should collide at about 6.7 meters and at about 34 seconds. So let's put that back on there so we can see that collision. Okay, so that's what you are going to be trying. And then ultimately, I'm going to give you a couple of new predictions to test there. The last thing is the similar one in the next one. It shouldn't require too much elaboration, but basically you are giving the red one or the blue one a head start. So that should look something like that right there. And same thing, you should be able to predict at what time and what distance they either hit, or actually I want you to have them pass each other. So that's number 10. It's after you do the collision here. So you'll have time to practice both of these on your own with your group, and then ultimately I'm going to give you 2 new coordinates. So maybe start at 1 and at 8, or at 2 and 10, or 2 and 6, or I could even go up above 10 to maybe anywhere up to like 15 or so. Give you those 2 coordinates, and you're going to have to draw that and make that prediction.